Welcome to the Vol Bros, presented by the Ooltewah Club. My name is Evan. This is my brother Ruston, and we are two Vol Bros who are actually bros in real life. And we are going live a little bit later than normal tonight. We appreciate everybody hanging with us till 9:30. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Ruston Pierce? And tonight he is in the great state of North Carolina, and he had a meeting that came up, and so we had to postpone a little bit, but we're glad we're here now. We are proud representatives of the University of Tennessee and the Believe Entertainment Network. And as part of that, we are fortunate to have the guys from the Hog Talk podcast join us on our show Thursday night. And I just got to join them just a couple hours ago. It was a good time. So I invite everybody to go check those guys out. They do a good job. Ruston, I'm glad it worked out. We were able to go live tonight. Welcome from North Carolina. Richard's coming to us from Elizabethton. That's pretty cool. Awesome. I'm glad you're with us. Let's see. We got Bobby's here. Welcome, Bobby. Bobby coming from Kentucky. We got people all over. Let's see. Yes, when we're going to do a deep dive into men's basketball. That's a great question. I was thinking about that yesterday, actually. We got to get Chris Dortch lined up to get him back on the show. It'll be a good time. Clay, welcome, buddy. Clay said, hopefully we beat Arkansas. Hopefully so. David, glad you're with us. Stingray's with us. Good to have you. Slim's with us. Good to have you. Mississippi Vol. We got a lot of people here. That's what I'm talking about. Mississippi Vol's here. Let's see. Will from Ohio's here. That's what I'm talking about, Will. Elijah, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you. So seeing Elijah reminded me I have not yet gotten a chance to post the updated rankings from the College Football Pick'em Challenge. However, we had maybe the most people we've ever had in a single week go 9-1 this week. So it's going to be interesting to see how much that shakes up the rankings, because I'm not kidding. We had like 7 or 8 people go 9-1. Florida was the one game that a bunch of people lost.
Yeah.
Matt, welcome, Matt. He said he doesn't see Joey running out of bounds this year. That is true. Absolutely. Well, let's talk about this Saturday. Rebel Juice here. Good to see you. Real Puppy Dogs here. Good to see all you Mino Lackey's here. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Ruston, this Saturday, we got Austin. Welcome, Austin. Good to have you with us as well. Elijah said this week's games are pretty easy. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. Ruston,
I don't know that Penn State, Texas, and Iowa State would agree with that.
Well, that's very true. Yes. That Iowa State one really shocked me. So did Penn State, but Iowa State especially. Let's see. Sam, welcome, buddy. He said, "Go Big Orange. The SEC is ours for the taking." It's anybody's game right now for sure. Clay gave his score prediction, so I'll star that one. Come back to it. Tony, welcome, buddy. Good to have you. He said, "Hey guys, headed on the 6-hour trip from West Tennessee to Knoxville to watch us take on Arkansas." That's what I'm talking about. That is awesome. Clay said, "I think our defense is better because Hobbs and McCoy, assuming they play, which is the rumor." Elijah said Iowa State has been overrated for sure. Carl, welcome, buddy. Here's channel member. Carl said, "We bury Petrino's career." Man, I hope so, but Bobby, he's a good coach. Let's see. Elijah said, "Glad people are able to see how bad Penn State is as well." Absolutely. Austin, good to have you, buddy. Let's see. Tennis Girl, Rocky Flop. I'm assuming Tennis Girl is an Arkansas fan. If so, welcome to the Vol Bros. You're welcome here anytime. I do think it'll be closer than the experts think, but unfortunately, Arkansas is just not going to be able to keep up with Tennessee's offense this weekend. The wise man said, "Will we see Joey in 26? If Tennessee makes it to the college football semifinals, yes, you will see him in the year 2026 in Orange. If not, he will graduate and not have any more eligibility." John said, "We better not sleepwalk like Penn State. Well, they won't be sleepwalking. I can tell you how much, buddy. I guarantee you that." Let's see. Sam said, "This is a side story, but Oklahoma won't have faced a competent offense till the 8th game against Ole Miss, then Tennessee right after." Mina, like you said, Evan, you and Ruston are the only experts I listen to. Hey, I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Rebel
I
G.
don't know. I don't know that I would say they won't face a competent offense until then. The week before Ole Miss, I mean, and this is trap game written all over it. So Oklahoma has Texas this upcoming Saturday. Again, John Mateer is not playing in at least the next three, probably the next 4 games. So that Texas game is going to be tough without him because it's in Dallas. But then right after it, they go to Columbia, South Carolina for a noon kickoff. Those are always weird games, and South Carolina's offense is the type that could give Oklahoma some problems. Plus, the very next week they play Ole Miss. So that Columbia trip sandwiched in between Texas and Ole Miss without your starting quarterback, that's got trap written all over it.
Let's see. The wise man said he was referring to the Pavia ruling. So this year is Joey's Pavia year. Now, Vanderbilt is preparing to try to get Pavia a 7th year of eligibility. However, Pavia said he's not going to use it. But that ruling has not been made yet. So the ruling about Pavia that has been made, this is Joey's. Joey is using his Diego Pavia year right now. Let's see. Some of their comments came through. Rebel G said, "I'd rather we not make that SEC championship game and just go to the playoffs."
Yep.
So it's hard to argue that. The goal is to get to the playoffs, and if you lose one and you're in, then you're in. If you lose in the championship game, SEC championship, you could possibly be out. Will said, "I got an insider tip from all my Vols family. Let's hear it, buddy. Give it to us in the comments." Tennis girl's cracking me up. She said Smokey will be leashed. Actually, the real
always
one,
is.
the anthropomorphized one won't be leashed. He'll be on the loose and probably wearing all kinds of crazy stuff. But the actual Smokey will, in fact, be leashed. He will. I think that's the law. Let's see. Good news is Smokey ain't throwing the ball to receivers running wide open down the field. So that's a good thing. Austin said Vols by 21. Yo, hey, that'd be nice. I can't say that, but it'd be nice. Vols into. I hate it for you, tennis girl. I don't think it's going to happen. Sanjay said, "Will you favor us against everyone except Bama?"
Yes.
I don't know if I could say that.
Only because it's in Tuscaloosa. If it was in Knoxville, I would say no. I favor us against everybody left on the schedule.
Rebel Juice said, "Isn't Pavia almost 30 by now?" Elijah asked if I saw the Titans one. Was that the multiple interception followed by multiple fumbles? Then they recovered in the end zone. Is that what happened? Was that game?
Yeah. I don't think that was the winning touchdown, though. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's the NFL. I wasn't watching.
Carl said, "Tennis girl, if you lose, you change your name to Tennessee girl for a week." That's great. I like that.
Something tells me if she loses, we will never see her again.
Let's see. Will's predicting 3 championships in a row. I mean, it could happen, dude. It could happen.
I will say Caleb Downs has been very outspoken about how much he's loved playing for Matt Patricia. I could see that. I could see him coming back.
Oh, so Tennis Girl is a Bama fan. Interesting. Jonathan said, "I thought that was a sink behind Ruston at first. I thought he was joining from a bathroom."
It is a sink. I'm in a hotel room, and for some reason, there's a sink at the front door.
Yeah, Tony makes a good point here. He says, "Let's wait until mid-November till we talk about playoff possibilities." Fair point, buddy. Fair point. Let's see. Yeah. Well, so let's talk about this weekend. It's 9:40. We're 10 minutes into it. Let's do it. Rustin, what do you want to see out of Tennessee this weekend?
I just want to see us play well on offense, outscore them, and get the heck out of there. I think this is going to be a weird game. I don't think they can plan for this game. I don't think they have any idea what they're going to see. I don't think Arkansas knows what they're going to see. I think they're going to try to, tweak some things on offense, but the play calling on offense probably isn't going to change a whole lot
Right.
because Bobby Petrino has been calling everything anyway. I think what is unknown is what will the defense do. My gut is just listening to the Arkansas people talk about the fact that they hate how lack of passion their defense plays with, the lack of effort. Um, when Chris Wilson was the defensive coordinator, and Chris Wilson will be calling the defense this weekend. When he was the defensive coordinator at Mississippi State, they loved to play straight up press man and send six on almost every down. So, if you're already feeling like your guys don't play with passion, they don't play hard enough, um, the fastest way to get them to change that perspective is just send them headhunting and challenge them as men. Hey, you're going to cover these dudes straight up. We're sending the house. Show us you want to play here. So I think what we're probably going to see is a whole lot of man coverage and a whole lot of blitzing trying to create effort. But who knows? I would think that's probably what Tennessee's preparing for. They're probably watching a lot of Mississippi State film from his time as defensive coordinator there. But who knows? I don't think the offensive play calling is going to change that much because Bobby Petrino pretty much had free reign over that previously. Sam Pittman wasn't involved in anything involving play calling. So, I don't perceive that that's going to change very much.
So two comments came through that really, I think, kind of say what I was going to say. Carl asked, do you think the Vols are hyped or vanilla overall? I think we'll see things we have not even seen this season, this game.
Yeah.
Tony said, I think Petrino will throw the kitchen sink at us. We better be ready. I 100% agree. Bobby wants to listen, Bobby knows he's auditioning for a job too. And he knows he's a front runner. And so if he does well, he's going to end up with this gig. He knows that.
Well, and the old adage in football is, if you're the weaker team on the road, you get off the bus chucking it. Just what do you have to lose? So I wouldn't be surprised to see some trick plays, maybe a fake
100%.
punt, a surprise onside kick. What's he have to lose? What are they going to do? Fire him? His job's already done anyway. So, might as well go out in a blaze of glory. Which is another reason why I think they'll play a lot of man and blitz every down.
Good to have you, Chris. He said, Arkansas fan here, not sure what we're going to see from the defense. The offense will be largely the same. I agree with that. David said, will Hobbs and McCoy play in this game? That's the $1 million question. No one knows outside of that Tennessee football program.
I would say Hobbs for certain, McCoy most likely.
As we all know, Tennessee is notorious for not being forthcoming with injury news. And so we hope they do. I will say this. If both those dudes play, Tennessee wins for sure. Because right now, all that Arkansas can hope for is just what Georgia did. They go after Ty Redmond the whole game. But all of a sudden, if Tennessee rolls out there with Jermon McCoy on one corner and Colton Hood on the other, that is a very different ball game at that point. And so here's what I hope. Here's what this question is: what would we like to see this Saturday? What I'd like to see is Tennessee come out dominating all phases of the game, and on Sunday we're raving about Jermon McCoy getting an interception in his return to play. I mean, that's what I'd love to see. I'm not banking on that at all. Here's my take on this game. Every time Tennessee and Arkansas play, it's always a close game. Always. Even when it shouldn't be, it's still close. I mean, I invite everybody to, think about two of the most memorable games in the last 30 years of Tennessee football. The Sterner stumble and fumble, the 6 overtime game. Both of those were Arkansas games. Last year, that game should not have been close. I'm sorry, it shouldn't have been. But it was, and Tennessee lost because we had a quarterback who, after the first read, was taken off running, and Heupel didn't trust him and literally took the ball out of his hands for the rest of the game. The difference this year is Joey Aguilar. He is Heupel trusts him. People say, well, they're not looking ahead or anything like that to certain games. I don't buy that for a second. Like I said, we saw 10 plays against Georgia in the first 2 possessions that they hadn't even run all year. They were saving it for Georgia. Heupel is an ultra competitor. That is one thing we've seen. And I think I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. In Heupel's tenure at Tennessee, they have only lost 1 time coming out of a bye week. He will have his guys ready. We've seen him have a little bit extra juice in revenge games before. I think we're going to see that again. All basic logic would say that this should be an easy pick for Tennessee, an easy choice, because Arkansas's lost their head coach, their interim. I use that term very lightly. Their interim goes and fires several defensive staff, people. They lose, to Memphis, a game they should have won. Then the debacle against Notre Dame. Like, things are falling apart in Arkansas on the surface level outside looking in. Tennessee should, and they got to come to kneeling. Tennessee should dominate this game. But I'm sorry. I've been around too long to know that ain't going to happen. This will be a close game. Is there game film on Arkansas? I mean, is there really? Like, will the team that steps on the field be the same team that's been on game tape for the whole time? I agree with Tony. Bobby, he's going to pull out every single thing he could think of. Just like Ruston said, there's going to be trick plays. They're going to try to do anything possible to pull out the win. So I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a relatively high scoring game. Listen, if Tennessee put up 41 on Georgia, they're going to put up at least that on Arkansas. Some of the other comments that came through. John said he wants to see McCoy and Hobbs play for sure. Elijah said, would love for Chris Brazzell going one-on-one with an Arkansas DB. I take Brazzell on every single one of those. Agreed. Tony said, I want to see us rush for 200 yards. I think you might, Tony. I think you might. On our next segment, that's might be one of my answers. Brennan, welcome, buddy. Good to have you. He said, Evan and Ruston can handle trolls. Yeah, it's fun. Hey, it's more interaction. YouTube likes it, so it helps the algorithm, right? Let's see. Will's leading the trivia in the comments. I like it, buddy. Sam said Harvard in the 1800s, maybe. Elijah said, I see it being a 2022 Missouri type game. Close in the first half, we put them away in the second. That's fair. David said this is a game where Heupel can't be conservative. Agreed. Rebel Juice said Heupel's definitely holding something back until Oklahoma, Alabama, and Florida. Oh, yeah. Every single one of those teams is going to see something that we have not yet put on tape this season. John said they're going to pull out all the stops against us this weekend. He is exactly right. That's exactly what's going to happen. Billy said, what are y'all talking about? Arkansas. We're previewing the Arkansas game. Let's see. Oh, Billy said, who is about to get fired? So nobody on Tennessee staff. But Bobby Petrino just fired like 2 or 3 dudes on the defensive staff at Arkansas. Let's see. Oriel Puppy Dog said, I want Arian Carter to have another huge game and McCoy back. Yeah, absolutely. Woo! Sam said it won't be close to see your offense going off at home for 50 plus. Bobby said, I like to see us come out strong and get the lead right off the bat. I do think that will happen. Listen, we all know Josh Heupel's success on opening drives, especially opening drives coming off bye weeks. I think that Tennessee scores a touchdown the opening possession of the game. I fully believe that. Matt said Arion Carter needs to spy Taylon Green the whole game. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. Let's see.
That's what will happen.
Do I?
That's what will happen.
Jeff said he's going to try to do things to get the kids excited about playing and get effort out of them. I like Ruston. I'm like Ruston. Anything he does won't surprise me in this game. Yeah, totally agree. Let's see. Bobby said, I like to see us come out strong, get the lead right away, go up 2 to 3 touchdowns for halftime. Need defense to be strong all game. Special teams needs to step up, make smart decisions on punt return. Absolutely. Let's see. Milaggy said she's really looking forward to this game. I believe Orange said people are saying this game's going to be close. I don't agree. Well, we should beat them by 2 touchdowns. Sure, man, we should, but we won't. Like we should, but historically, this is always a close game. Always. Let's see. Dester, welcome, buddy. Good to have you. Channel member. He said Arkansas is always a hard game for us. Don't understand why, but history shows it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carl said he thinks we're going to score 45. I would agree with that. I think it's definitely in the 40s at least. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Backflip Spaghetti said, don't know about 50-plus points, but hopefully very close to 50-plus points. I believe Orange said, am I crazy for saying that Arion Carter is the best linebacker in the SEC? No, statistically, you're 100% correct. Miss, if you all said they're not going to see us go scoreless in the first half again this year, they won't have that going for them. That's for sure. Carl said it would be great to see Jermon McCoy back, knocking the rust off. All right. So, Ruston, let me ask you this. And y'all let us know in the comments what your answer to this question would be. On Sunday night, and just so everybody knows, you might be wondering, why are they doing their preview show on Sunday instead of Thursday? Ruston and I will not be able to go live Thursday night because we got to be parents that night. Both our kids have a school function event happening that night, so we will not be home until late, actually. High Bleed Orange said, I love Ruston's bathroom background.
It's not a bathroom. For some reason, there is a sink in the foyer. I have no idea why.
So y'all let us know in the comments what your answer to this would be. Ruston, Sunday night, a week from tonight, when we're recapping this game, who do you think is going to be the person that we're talking about the most?
Deshaun Bishop. Because, as I said, I think we're going to see Chris Wilson try to challenge men and try to get them to either put up or shut up. And so, this is going to be a game where they're going to try to play a lot of one-on-one scenarios to see who's willing to fight and who isn't. Anytime you do a lot of blitzing and play man coverage, you have the opportunity for what's called a run blitz, where, running back pops a big one, 40, 50, 60 yards because there's just no linebackers left. This team is not disciplined. They do not do their assignment well. And so teams that are kind of undisciplined, searching, trying to find an identity, give up big plays. And our big play running back, the guy who can pop a real quick run, is Deshaun Bishop, and I expect him to do it 3 or 4 times.
That's what I'm talking about. Carl is the man. Carl just gifted 5 people memberships to our channel. You're the man, Carl. That's the second time he's done that in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we have 10 new channel members because of Carl. Carl, we're gonna have to work out something, buddy. I'm gonna send you something because you're being very kind. You deserve something.
I'm gonna have to look up and figure. I still haven't even figured out how you do that. I'm gonna have to look that up and figure out how that even works.
I mean, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. 10 channel members because of Carl, who was already a channel member himself. That is awesome. Carl, we're going to take care of you, buddy. That's really cool. Thank you. Carl, do you know I think you got to keep paying that like every month, dude. When you give somebody a channel membership, like I think I just want you to have a heads up, you know, like that's $50 that Carl has now given. If it's the same ones he did last time, honorary fam, that's 25 each or $5 each per month for 10 people. You're the man, Carl. We're going to send you, I'm going to like give you a hoodie or something, dude, because like you deserve it. Just let me know, email me, Carl. Let's make sure we take care of you. Let's see. He said, you owe me nothing, fellas. That's not true, buddy. We do for sure. Mississippi Vol saluted Carl. Absolutely. I Bleed Orange said, is that even Ruston's house? It is not, actually. He's on the road in a hotel.
It's a hotel in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay. Elijah said it doesn't re-up. It just expires after that. Okay. Cool. So it's a one-time thing for 1 month. Live it up for the month, fellas. Live it up for the month. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. That's cool. All right. Okay, so some of the comments that came through, Greg asked a really good question. He said, what's the feeling around the Arkansas locker room this week? What do you think?
So I think our Arkansas guys kind of answered that question. Honestly, it's a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
You know, you've got an interim head coach who, you know, whether it's true or not, there's got to be people in that locker room who are kind of wondering, did Coach Petrino call plays to win, or did he call plays to take a job? You know, it's part of it. Somebody in that room, I guarantee you, is asking that question.
Yeah.
You know, and if they come out this Saturday and the play calling is totally different, that's going to raise even more eyebrows.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, they brought the Arkansas guys brought that up on their podcast tonight. That exact thing. Like, was he sandbagging to get the job? Yeah. It's a fair question.
It would not be out of the norm for Bobby Petrino. The man is not exactly the bastion of morality. So, you know, it would make sense that he would do something like that. You know, again, the other thing is there's got to be guys in the locker room who are kind of going, I've got a few more days till I can hit the portal. Should I go ahead and bounce? Do I even want to play this Saturday?
Yeah,
you know, that's the other thing that's going to happen this week. There's going to be guys at Arkansas that are going to make a business decision this week, and they're going to exit. And so, you know,
100%.
How do you create a game plan if you're an interim coach at Arkansas, especially if you're the brand new defensive coordinator who hasn't called a single thing all year or even coached a position? You know, they promoted Chris Wilson from a defensive analyst role to defensive coordinator. Now, he's been a coordinator at a lot of big spots, so he's done this before. It's nothing new for him. But in less than 2 weeks, he's got to educate a bunch of dudes on what he's going to do and how he wants them to think, while having guys in those meeting rooms going, I'm not even sure if I'm playing next Saturday. That makes game planning really, really complicated, which is another reason why I think he'll probably just say, hey, we're going to play man, find out who wants to be here and who doesn't. The rest of you go get the quarterback. That's easy, and you can find out who's going to play hard and who's not. So I think it's going to be a weird game. I don't think we can possibly predict how this is going to go. I could see it being close. I could also see it being an absolute blowout.
They try to play man straight up against Tennessee's receivers. That's not going to work out well for them.
No. But it's the only way you can really find out who's going to play.
Yep.
This is a one-on-one game. You against that man across the line from you. Are you going to man up and play, or are you going to keep doing what you've been doing?
Jeff made a good point. He said, don't forget, if it wasn't for a turnover, they were driving for the win against Ole Miss and Memphis. Very true. So I haven't given my prediction for who we're going to be talking about yet. It's interesting. Ruston said to Sean Bishop, sometimes, and once again, we didn't talk about this before we started, but sometimes you just get a feeling, you just get a feeling like these dudes are about to go off this weekend. And it's our three-headed monster at running back. I really do think that this Sunday we're going to be talking about how they just ran the ball all over the place. If they sit back in like a 4-3 defense or something like that, or if they're just doing like base stuff, our running backs are just gonna but Joey should light it up too. I mean, like that's the thing. Like, I don't think their DBs can hang with our receivers. So logically, I should be predicting like Chris Brazzell or Mike Matthews or something like that. But I just got a feeling. I don't know what it is, but I really think like we're going to see a show from Star Thomas, Deshaun Bishop, Peyton Lewis. We are going to see a show this weekend from those three dudes. I hope I'm right. We'll find out, 4:15 in the afternoon. So, which is what a lame time, man. I mean, what a lame time. The Tennessee-Arkansas game is the 4:15 SEC network game. Are you kidding me? What a lame time slot. But anyway, so I think we're going to be talking about the three-headed monster at running back. Tony said, do you start David Sanders? I wouldn't, but he would play quite a bit. Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. Exactly what you just said.
No way. Your offensive line's been playing too well. You don't mess up that chemistry.
Totally agree. Let's see. Some of the other comments coming through here. Backflip Spaghetti said the running backs have a lot of ground to make up. Hopefully this is a breakout game for all of them. Yeah, totally agree, man. Miyagi said she loves Deshaun Bishop. Let's see. Jonathan said, I think we'll be talking about Brazzell. I think we'll be talking about Aaron Carter as well on the defensive side. That's two excellent choices. Sam said Tennessee doesn't need to worry about anyone but themselves. Don't commit dumb turnovers and catch balls, and it's a blowout. Catching the ball part for sure. I think somebody else mentioned that in the comments as well. I mean, listen. Against Mississippi State, Joey had 2 interceptions. Neither one of them should have been an interception. Both of them. Listen, Joey's not Joe Milton, okay? He's not firing 96-mile-per-hour fastballs in there, 10 yards over the middle. He's not doing that. He throws a catchable ball. And both of them in the second half against Mississippi State, right off the shoulder pad. Listen, if the ball hits you on the shoulder pad, you should catch the ball. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. If the ball hits you on the shoulder pad, you should catch it. Both of them bounced right off shoulder pad, interception. So neither one of those were on him. Let's see. This is a legit possibility. Sam said Brazel's going to have 150 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, sign me up for that. I think that's exactly right. I think that is exactly what will happen. I think you just nailed it, Sam. 150 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. 100% agree. Totally agree. Let's see. Yeah, John said it's for 1 month, the memberships. Elijah made a good point. He said, it could go extremely south for Arkansas, or it could light a fire like it did with UCLA. That's a great point. That's a fantastic point. Backflip Spaghetti, this is a good choice. He said, I'm going to say Braylon Staley. He had a rough game versus Mississippi State. Look for him to bounce back. Absolutely. So Ruston answered that one earlier. Let's see.
Yeah, it's Chris Wilson. He used to be a defensive coordinator at Mississippi State under Dan Mullen.
Let's see. John. John's got Petrino's kryptonite. He said, park a Harley with a good-looking woman and he won't be able to concentrate. My favorite shirts so far that I've seen are people, it was SEC Shorts, like that YouTube channel. And it had Bobby rides again with a motorcycle on it. That's amazing. Let's see. Mississippi Vol said, I remember our team in 2008 after they fired Coach Fulmer. Fired him that Monday and promptly lost to Wyoming on Saturday. You could tell our guys didn't even want to be out there on homecoming too. Let's hope that that's the way it is with Arkansas. I think Ruston made a fantastic point when he said, some of these guys are going to opt out. They're going to be like, no, I'm going to enter a transfer portal. I'm just going to opt out. And that legit could happen. Listen, Sunday to Saturday from now until they play, that's a long time. That's a long time. I mean, think about the running back from Kansas State. Dude opted out of the season the night before their first game. Literally the night before. That's awful. Let's see here. Whoa, Carl. Carl just did a $5 super chat. We appreciate that, Carl. A cup of coffee for Ruston there. Ruston can down some coffee. He sure can.
He's probably talking about my yawning. So I was only supposed to take, I drove here today. I was only supposed to take.
You drove? I thought you were flying from Chattanooga to Charlotte.
No, it was only supposed to take 5 hours and 15 minutes. There were 2 standstill wrecks on the interstate on the way, and it took 7.5 hours. So that extra 2 hours in the car is starting to catch up with me.
I can imagine. Let's see here. Elijah's picking Braylon Staley as well. Sam said it's going to be very interesting to see the effect of. I agree totally. The effect of David Sanders on our running game. Yeah, that's something to watch for sure. Let's see. Royal Puppy Dog asked, how did we win and stay stuck at 15, lose, and move up to 12 in the AP poll?
You can thank Texas, Iowa State, and Texas, Iowa State, and Penn State for that.
Yep.
They all lost games they shouldn't have.
Sam said our lowest average running yards per game were 2022 at 199. Heupel likes to throw when he's got the quarterback to do it, so not sure how much we run.
It's not a matter of how much we run. It's a matter of what Mississippi State is doing defensively. If they do what I think they're going to do and play a lot of man-to-man and send the house, that gives opportunities for big runs. All you got to do is make one key block, and that thing's sprung and gone. So
I would also propose that 199 yards average per game is pretty dang good. that's that's a good rushing average there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert said he thinks Miles heals up and feels good. Hope so.
I just
Oriel
need to
Puppy Dog,
catch balls that hit him in the hands.
yeah, for real, or the shoulder pad. Oriel Puppy Dog said, after Arkansas beatdown, are we in the top 10? Probably not.
Let's see what other games are happening this weekend.
This weekend is a huge weekend. It is by far and away the best weekend we've had yet.
So if two teams in the top 10 lose, then yeah, we could move up in the top 10.
Like here's just some other games that are happening this weekend. I've got it pulled up. Let's see here.
Alabama's in Como. That could be interesting.
So you got Alabama at Missouri, Ohio State at Illinois, Indiana at Oregon. That's a top 10 matchup.
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
so somebody in the top 10 is going to lose there.
Yep. Oklahoma and Texas.
And I'm telling you, that's in Dallas, and John Mateer is not playing.
Yep.
And honestly, Steve Sarkisian kind of coaching to prove something there. So number 6 Oklahoma could go down right there.
Yep. Florida at Texas A&M. If the same Florida team shows up this week that showed up yesterday, the Texas A&M is going to lose that game.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I was not impressed with Texas A&M yesterday.
I'm not impressed with them much of any weekend, but they just keep finding ways to win, and it's in Kyle Field. That's a hard place to go into.
Georgia at Auburn is this week. Michigan at USC. BYU at Arizona. Arizona State at Utah. South Carolina at LSU. Like, there's a lot of big games.
So really the only opportunity to jump in the top 10 is somebody's going to lose between Oregon and Indiana. Hopefully it's Indiana. That'll drop them out of the top 10. And Alabama going into Como, that could be a trap game. If Alabama and Indiana both lose, Tennessee could move up to number 10.
And if Texas beats Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee could potentially move up as high as 9.
Let's see. Carl said he wants to see Brazel Moss some DBs about 4 times. I'll sign me up for that. I'm all for that. Let's see. Herb said he liked watching Florida State beat Bama week 1, which that loss is looking worse and worse as weeks go by.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through the comments here. Backless Spaghetti said, why is Brazel not in the Heisman talk? Because he wears orange? I mean,
because Jeremiah Smith is still living off last year's performance, and he plays for the number 1 team in America. And the people who vote on the Heisman don't actually follow sports.
Yeah. Sam actually may have just predicted something that Smokey might actually do this weekend. He said Smokey needs to ride out of the tunnel on a Harley with a cheerleader on board. They might do that because they've been doing stuff like that lately. So he might do that. Let's see. Sam said he drove from Nashville to Charlotte on Friday morning at 4 a.m. so he feels your tiredness.
It's a boring drive.
Let's see. Yeah, Jeff. So Jeff said, has anybody seen the video about Tennessee on YouTube, the revival happening in Tennessee? I saw a thumbnail for it. I hadn't got to watch it yet. He says it's good.
Yep.
I know that today Ruby and somebody else
C. Spearman.
Yeah, they're both baptized today. That was really cool. Let's see.
And hopefully that was, hopefully from Ruby's perspective, that was a legitimate thing. And,
Yeah.
Sometimes a major life consequence can add to a lot of reflection and a lot of soul searching. And maybe her issue a couple of months ago led to that.
Let's see. Nolan asked, did anyone pick UCLA to upset Penn State in the Pick'em Challenge? I didn't even have that game on there because it shouldn't have been close. Clay said he was at the concert that was the Christian concert that was held on campus. That was pretty cool. There was a ton of people there. So our final question of the night, because we've talked about what we want to see. We talked about what we think who we're going to talk about on Sunday. Score prediction time. So everybody give us your score prediction in the comments. Some folks already have. I got them starred, ready to go. Ruston, what do you think is going to be the final score of this game?
I think this is a team in chaos. I think this is a team that already was extremely undisciplined. I think they will come out and they will play hard in spurts. But even when you play hard in spurts, if 10 guys do their job and one doesn't, you give up a touchdown. And this is a team that just gave up 56 points to a Notre Dame offense that is not that good.
Right.
So I think they'll play hard. I think they'll keep it close for a little while. And then I think they'll start making mistakes. They'll start missing assignments. And I think that's when we blow them out. I'm going 59-24.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right.
They gave up 56 points. I'm just saying, they gave up 56 points to an average Notre Dame offense.
Well, they gave a ton of points to Memphis, too.
32.
59-24. How about that? All right. I hope you're right. Sam said the over-under is almost 70. You're right, it's 69.5. So I've actually got the over on that.
So do I.
So here's my prediction. What have we seen from Tennessee so far this year? Potent first quarter. They come out firing. They get out to the lead. Stone cold second quarter. And then, stereotypical third and fourth quarter. So I think that straight out of the gate, listen, we all know Heupel's success on opening drives. We know that. We know his success coming off of bye weeks. Tennessee scoring a touchdown the first time they get their hands on the ball. I am always a proponent of deferring to the second half if you win the opening kickoff. But if I were Bobby Petrino, I'd be taking the ball if I won the coin toss just to keep it out of Tennessee's hands because they will score on the opening possession. I think Tennessee gets out to an early lead, stone cold second quarter. Arkansas claws their way back into it, with the final score being 41-31 Tennessee in a game that feels even closer than 10 points. I think that's what we're going to see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Ruston's right. But history would say that this game is always close. So 41-31 with a feeling that's even closer than that.
If this team scores 31 points on us, we've got a lot of issues.
I think it's because of what Bobby does. I think he comes out guns a-blazing, doing stuff.
And I would also say if this team scores 31 points on us, that should open the conversation wide open of, was Bobby Petrino sandbagging to get Sam Pittman fired?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're currently averaging 37 points a game, and they have not played any good defenses.
Yeah, I
So
think that will be a talking point after the game. I think you're right. I mean, like you said, she just loves that kids are receiving Christ, and she hopes the movement continues. Absolutely, totally agree. Let's see. Clay's predicting 45-20. Assuming that's Tennessee with a win there. John says he don't know what the score is going to be, but it's going to be a win. I like that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. It's all that matters, right? I mean, think about that. Seriously, think about that. Think about what's a good word for it? This not storyline. Think about the talking points. Maybe that's a better way of saying it about Tennessee's football season. If one kick goes through the uprights at the end of the Georgia game, I mean, they'd be a top 5 team in the country right now. That's how close this team is to being a top 5 team right now. Carl said 47-17 Vols. Mississippi Vols said 42-28 with the Big Orange winning. Hey, Sam said 52-17. I think this is our defense's best week so far. Slim said 49-17. Oriole Puppy Dog said 41-17. Let's see some of the other comments that had stuff. I already got Clay's. Robert said 47-28 Vols. Let's see. Nolan said 45-24 Tennessee. Stingray said 42-20. David said 45-20. There's a lot of 40s in the 20s kind of scores being predicted. Like he said, Vols by 50. Whoa, Carl. Carl said he thinks we see Jake Merklinger in the third quarter.
I don't know about the third, but I think we'll see him in the fourth.
Man, that would be something. That would be something.
Because I think Sam posted a second ago, when this team gets down, when you've got a team in crisis, you got a lot of question marks, you got people not sure what they're going to do, you got a bunch of turnover, internally they're just a mess. Teams like that, when they get down, they quit. And so, I don't foresee them hanging in for 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's a fair point. If things are not going their way, then yes, 100% they're going to be like, forget it, And then how many guys are going to?
That's what happened against Notre Dame. Like, they quit in the second quarter against Notre Dame.
Well, and then how many guys are going to opt out after the game for the rest of the season? If that were to happen. Jonathan said, I said during the Arkansas podcast, I thought Arkansas was going to cover, but I have changed my mind. I'm going to go 51-20. Tony said 48-24 Vols. Jonathan said Vols, 51-20. Herb said 56-13 Vols. Let's see. Matt said, who knows? Matt's probably right. He's probably the most accurate prediction yet. Backflip Spaghetti said 49-28. There's a lot of 40s to 20s scores. Tennis Girl, who's a Bama fan, said Arkansas 19, Tennessee 4. So Tennessee's going to get 2 safeties. That's how they're going to score.
Yep.
That's
the old conventional double safety.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Clay said, I think our defense will be better in this game. He thinks 20-point win is because of that defensive improvement. Yeah, Brendan thought the same thing I did. I think I'll score 4. It's like a really bad baseball game, like some team won 19-4 or something. Billy. Hey, Billy. Billy said 34-31 Tennessee wins. I mean, you might be right, Billy. It might be one of those kind of games. Do you think Bobby feels like Arkansas owes him like millions? I don't know. That's a good question. Carl said, "Just win, baby." Absolutely, absolutely. Sam said, "With a retooled offense and a team getting help, Arkansas cannot play from behind. I believe Arkansas quits when Tennessee surges to a big early lead." Yeah, I mean, that's for sure a possibility. Sam said this is a very specific number. He said there is a 0.0000063% chance that we score less than 40. What would that be? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000, 100,000, 6,300 thousandths of a chance, of a percent chance that we score less than 40. Nolan said this being a home game and a revenge game and the first SEC home game means Zealand's Georgia was the first SEC home game. That means Zealand's going to be loud. Our defense will be fired up. Josh off a bye week is a menace. That's 100% correct. Absolutely, he is. Absolutely. Let's see. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate that, man. He said, let's all remember each other in our prayers and pray for each other in this channel. It's a great channel of God-loving people. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 100%, man. Thank you. Brennan said, I know a little bit about football. Just curious what you think has to happen to score 4 points. Yeah. Unusual 2 safety game. Me, like you said, Vols by 40. Oh, she changed it. It was Vols by 50. Now it's by 40. Let's see. Rebel Juice said 45-21 Vols. Tony said, Evan, we also are a drop pass on 4th down from being 0-2 in conference play. That's true. It's very true. That shows just how just a play or two makes a difference in the outcome of a game. Yeah, that Chris Brazel catch on 4th down, not only did he bobble it once, he bobbled it twice and then caught it. I'm so thankful no one from Mississippi State hit him in that while he was trying to catch that. Absolutely. Yeah, Carl's right. I mean, he said, listen, if it's 32-31 Tennessee, I'm good. Yeah, for sure, man. Like that's that 1 point is all we need. That's it. The 1 point difference. Let's see. Clay said, but again, I had us beating Mississippi State by 20, so I don't know. That's pretty good. I like that. Jeff said, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be pretty close, but the Vols win. They're going to need to play hard to try to remove that ugly Notre Dame loss. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, that's.
I think we'll find out pretty quickly where they are mentally, because it's one of two things. They're either going to be personally challenged and they're going to try to step up and prove that they're better than they have been playing, or they're going to go off a cliff, because the team that quit against Notre Dame in the second quarter is the team that did not play hard at all against Memphis. That's why they lost to Memphis. So, you've got a team who lost a game they should have won against Memphis because they refused to play hard, and then comes out and literally quits in the second quarter against Notre Dame. That's not a team internally that is in a good space mentally. So it's going to be interesting to see who shows up.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Well, just so everybody remembers, this Saturday the game is at 4:15 on SEC Network, which is the lamest time slot of the day. They literally saved that for the worst game of the day, and I'm like, really? This is the worst? Whatever. But that's what they've done. So that's where we are. Remember, we won't be live Thursday night. It'll be a very rare Thursday evening where we're not live. We both have stuff. We got family things happening. Our kids are in school thing that night that we have to be at. So we will not be back home until probably pretty late that evening. And so we will be unable to go live that night. Sam said, we will see a lot more teams quit in the transfer era and no point in tackling and risking injury. Arkansas had no desire to tackle in that second quarter.
Yep. Which is why I wonder how many guys are actually going to show up on Saturday. I mean, physically show up. Dudes that are refusing to tackle in the second quarter of a nationally televised game, they ain't hanging around once their coach is fired.
Yep. I've strategically not put any comments from Tennis Girl on the screen since like the first 5 minutes of the show, but this one is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Tennis Girl, I invite you to consider reality. She said the Vols don't draw numbers. Tennis Girl, if we had a time machine, I would like you to go back to week 2 after Alabama lost to Florida State. That week, you could go see a game in Tuscaloosa for $8. There were tickets on StubHub for $8 to get into an Alabama football game. You can't get into Neyland Stadium for less than 100. Like, I mean, that's just the way it is. And so that's just absurd to say that, what you just said. Listen, I would love and invite anybody to get on here and talk trash with us any day of the week. I'd love that. It'd be so humorous. But at least make good common sense statements. You know what I'm saying? Like at least do your homework a little, you know? And she said, well, she's talking about TV ratings. That's absurd too. Tennessee is one of the most watched teams in the country because everyone knows Vol Nation is a rabid fan base. I will give all of the people who watch our show. I love what the guys from Arkansas said about you all after our show the other night. I hope you got to see their show tonight because they complimented our chat family here on their show again tonight, and it was great. They complimented you all. They said it's one of the best chat families that their fan bases that they've ever seen. It was one of the best chat groups on any podcast they've been on, complimenting all of you in the comments. And when we signed off Thursday night, they said, man, it's really hard to talk trash about your Tennessee when your fans are being so nice to us. I loved it. It was fantastic. I was like, hey, I appreciate that. They really are the best. And you guys are, man. You guys are the best chat family and comment section on the interwebs. And so we appreciate you all. Travis, welcome, buddy. Glad you're with us. He said, Arkansas fan here. I would love to talk trash. I usually do with Tennessee fans, but I'm not sure I have a team to talk trash with. I get it, man. Tennessee fans are there once too, but I think I'll be interested. It'll be interesting to see how well they play this Saturday. Mina Likey she was in the chat on their show today. She said I could learn to interact with him. John said you are the best ball show. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Travis said, I remember Tennessee fans in the 90s. You guys used to be pretty vicious. Yeah. Some people still are. That's for sure.
That segment of the fan base still exists.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's see. Sam said $8 is a lot of money at the flea market. That's pretty good.
Two comments above that. Sam said tickets are $400 for Oklahoma. So that's a true statement. I've been looking for 3 tickets for the Arkansas game. The cheapest ticket I've found so far is $175. So shout out to everybody watching. If you have 3 tickets you want to sell for Saturday, I am in the market, but I will not pay. I had one ask for $275 a ticket. $275 a ticket to watch an Arkansas team that may be horrendous. I was in shock.
Travis said, I figure we got a butt kicking coming. Maybe. I mean, that's the thing, man, right? Like nobody knows. I think this week, by Wednesday, Arkansas will have a much better projection of what they're even going to be able to do on offense and defense, because how many people this week are going to enter the transfer portal or decide to opt out for the rest of the season? You know, I mean, like that's the thing. It's just there's so much unknown right now. But you're right.
Yep.
He said, we've won the last 4 or 5 meetings. So here's the deal. Tennessee, Arkansas is always close. It always is, even when it's not supposed to be, which is why I think it'll be close again. Matt said, it's not us, it's you and Ruston that bring the best out in us. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend. Listen, if Matt said, now I feel bad for spending $315 for my tickets this weekend, Ruston.
It's insane.
Sam said, I spent $2,000 all in for Arkansas and Ohio State games, 2 tickets, food, gas, used hotel points for free rooms, and still spent that much. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, and the prices keep going up. That's the thing,
Yeah.
Like, it's tough, man.
It gets to a point where it's just, you're like, it just doesn't even financially make sense anymore. Like, I can sit on my couch and watch this thing with a better angle, see every play, sometimes in 2 and 3 different angles, buy $100 worth of food and have, a huge feast in my living room and not even get remotely close to one ticket price. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, to your point. So we looked, for the Georgia game, the cheapest ticket was $252 to get in the door for the Georgia game. So for our family of 4 to go to the Georgia game, it would have been over $1,000 just to get in the door. That doesn't, include food and all that kind of stuff too. That's tough, man. But Matt's right. But there's nothing like Neyland. And he's right. That's why I love going there. Like he said, Ginger needs to start a side hustle. Vol Nation by Ginger. Let's see. Slim said, great show, man. Go BRs. I appreciate you, Slim. Thank you so much, buddy. John said, great show as always. See everybody Sunday night. It'll feel like it has been 3 weeks between shows, but I understand family is important. Totally agree, man. It always does feel weird when even just a week between shows. When I missed 2 of them back to back when I was gone on vacation, that felt really weird. I was like, man, I missed a long time. Travis, who's an Arkansas fan, said, I have a hard time convincing myself to go to games in Fayetteville with their ridiculous ticket prices. So I will say this. I've never been to a game in Fayetteville, but it looks like a stadium that I'd like to visit once. I mean, I'd like to get to each of them one time in my lifetime. But I think Fayetteville, I've never been there. It looks like a place I'd like to go one time. Let's see. Yeah, Travis is right. He said going to a football game shouldn't cost a second mortgage. You're exactly right, man. That's exactly right. Sam said, I can afford it just fine, and it's still just pointlessly too much. I'd rather buy the nicest ribeye around and save money home. Yeah, totally agree, man. He said, and play a quick 18 holes in the morning. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Clay said, I only live 14 minutes from Neyland Stadium, so I go to like 3 games a year. That's awesome. That's very cool. Let's see. Like you will miss you too until next Sunday. Oh, that's cool. John said his high school coach took his whole team to a ball game in the early 70s. That's cool. Travis, you're right, man. He said, you guys have a great stadium in Knoxville. We do. So Neyland is an experience. Like I'll say that. I hope anybody who is an Arkansas fan who's never been to Neyland, I would strongly recommend just one time come to Neyland, see a game there. It is an incredible experience. It is literally the loudest stadium in the world for football. It set a record in 2022. It is a It's an experience. It's awesome. Matt Greasy wants to go to Fayetteville as well. Stingray said, great show. Go Big Orange. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Sam said Fayetteville is 1,000 times better than going to Columbus. That's for sure. I believe that. Joshua, welcome, buddy. He said, go watch Mississippi State versus Texas A&M game. As a Vols fan, this has me worried. We clearly aren't good enough on defense. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Hopefully getting Jermod McCoy and David Hobbs back will help. Hopefully that happens this weekend. Billy said, I agree with prices. Why do people go there? I know it is fun, but sometimes I feel like it's too much. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, supply and demand. They're going to keep raising it as long as people are paying for it. Let's see. I did not see that, Jonathan, about the Oklahoma game. Robert said, calling the Hogs would be nice to hear once. Matt said, what is Ruston watching?
I have no idea.
Sam said, probably Bills and Patriots. Let's see. Mississippi Vol said, if you've never been to Neyland, I highly recommend it. If you're a football fan, you should experience it at least once. I agree wholeheartedly. It is seeing the Vol. I'll put it this way. If you can only go one time, make it a full day's deal. Get there early enough to see the Vol walk. That in and of itself is incredible. I mean, y'all, there's like 30,000 people, 40,000 people that show up for the Vol walk. I mean, it's something you got to see. And then for the pregame show in Neyland, dude, it's awesome. It's amazing. Let's see. Sam said, I went to Fayetteville when Peyton was playing, and those are the nicest fans in the SEC. Oh, that's cool. Matt said, you have ADD for sure. Let's see. Hey, Sanders, good to have you with us. Glad you're here. Travis said, I figure you guys are wanting to skin us alive after the loss last year. That's the thing, man. Heupel is the ultimate competitor. The difference, the Tennessee football team that stepped on the field last year is not the same team that's going to step on the field this year. For one reason. His name's Joey Aguilar. Last year, Heupel literally took the ball out of Nico's hands. I mean, we were a one-dimensional team, and we still made the playoff. We were a one-dimensional team, and that is no longer the case. He trusts Joey. We saw more formations. Forget plays. We saw more formations in the opening game against Syracuse than we saw the whole season last year combined. It's a totally different team. Carl said, bring Piven to Rocky Top. Absolutely. Let's see. Clay said, good night, y'all. Go Big Orange. Good show as always. Hey, appreciate you, Clay. Thank you so much, man. Mississippi Vol said, whenever I get to come up there, I love walking the campus about 2 or 3 hours before the game. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Well, we appreciate all of you so much for joining us tonight. Like I said, we won't be live Thursday, so we'll see everybody hopefully again Sunday night, and we're celebrating a Tennessee win. So we hope all of you have a great, great week ahead of you. Go Vols, baby. And we will see all of you next Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern. Have a great, great, John said, good show. Appreciate you, buddy. Have a great, great week, everybody. We'll see all of you very soon.